guys, it's SHEILA Shimmers. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a foundation wear test and review. This one is on the PACIFICA ALIGHT CLEAN Foundation. This is it right here. I've heard a lot of people rave about this lately and I wanted to try it for myself. So here we are. I am in the middle of filming another video on my eyes today, as you can see, so I already did them. So yeah, let's just go ahead and review this foundation. I'm going to let you guys know all the details about it, and if you're interested in seeing how this wears on me, then just keep on watching. So like I said, this is the ALIGHT Clean Foundation. It's by the brand Pacifica. It retails for $16 and it brings 0.9 ounces. So it brings a ton of product, I feel like, and it comes in this really pretty bottle. So this is a bottle right there. You can see that it's kind of a really pretty glass bottle. It has some really pretty details to it, if the lighting lets me. There it is, and it comes with this plastic gold cap. When you open it, it does have a little squeezy tube right there, but I'm having trouble getting this just to stay close. I feel like it's getting a little bit messy. I haven't really tried this, not even one, so I don't know why it's like loose for some reason. Like I said, it retails for $16 and it brings 0.9 ounces, so almost 1 fluid ounce. It comes in 30 shades, and I think that was the one thing that was really hard for me, just to find my shade. I went to Ulta, this is where I got it from, and I swatched a couple of shades and it just, none of them really seemed to match me really well, so I ended up with the shade 26 NM. I just thought this one would be like the one that matched me the best. It is neutral medium, and this foundation is actually vegan, it's oil-free, anti-shine, and it's supposed to have a satin finish. It is also cruelty-free, and it says that it's infused with hyaluronic acid. It has coconut water and rose leaf extract. It says that it's supposed to give you a flawless, seamless coverage. Your skin's supposed to feel clean, radiant, and healthy looking. Found it a little bit hard to find my shade, so I'm putting a little bit on my hand, and I'm just gonna swatch it on the side of my face to see if it's a good match. It's definitely a little bit darker. Let me see if I can just look at it from my mirror. It looks a little bit dark for me, but I think it would set actually really nice. Again, I'm in front of a window, so this would be the perfect lighting to test out the shade. I think it's a little bit just too warm for me, but I think it would match me up actually really nice, especially if I have a tan on. So I'm not super mad about the shade, but it's just not a perfect match. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. I already did prime my face, and I'm just gonna be doing a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. And so I'm just gonna be putting this over here, seeing how it works. I know it's very full, seeing videos about it, and I feel like the coverage is actually really decent. But that is actually all I know about it. I don't know if it's long lasting, so that's what we'll find out today. With the brush, it was super easy to just, blend this out. I feel like it's already looking pretty blended, and it's not really sitting on top of my skin. It actually melted really nice onto my skin. But, I don't know. As far as shades, I think I really like the shade. I actually think it's really nice because once I put the concealer, if I go with a lighter shade, it would actually match me perfectly. I don't think it gave me a full coverage. You can definitely still see right there imperfections, and I feel like it's looking a little bit tiny bit textury, just in my opinion, but I think it looks really nice. So I think I'm gonna go back in. I haven't really used everything that I pumped out, so I'm just taking the rest of this and I'm gonna be kind of buffing it in on this area right here where I feel like I didn't get the most coverage, and also on this pimples right there. It feels a bit heavy on my skin, and it does smell like, I don't know, it kind of has some kind of like flowery smell, especially because it has cucumber extract, I feel like, and rose leaf. So if you don't like fragrances on your foundations, then definitely read the ingredients on this one because it definitely smells like something. Now that I'm trying to build it up, I definitely see a little bit more of brush strokes, so I don't know if a brush is the perfect way to apply this because it's feeling a little bit heavier, and I can see kind of the brush strokes on my skin versus when I just went in with a much lighter application. But as far as finish, I think it looks really nice. You can tell right there how it evened out my skin tone. Everything is looking a little bit smoother and better. So maybe I'll like the sponge side a little bit more. I did use that whole pump that I had on my palette. I used it all. So again, putting one full pump right there. It's hard to see. And then I'm just gonna start blending this out. Taking a little bit more and putting it kind of around my nose and this area right here. I feel like this side looks a lot more smooth and it just looks a little bit better. My skin definitely looks a lot more radiant than the brush side, which is weird because usually the sponge makes you look a little bit more flat and dull, but I'm kind of liking the sponge side a little bit better. Going back in with a little more because I don't feel like it's covering up my redness. It's definitely giving me coverage for the pimples and everything, but the redness around my cheeks, I can still see it on both sides. So I'm a little disappointed because of that. I think I definitely prefer it with the sponge side, so I might go over this side a little bit more just on this area because I don't feel like it's, I don't know, I don't feel like it's like blending with my skin really well. I do have dry skin and I don't see it emphasizing any dryness, so that's a plus, but I just don't see it covering up as much as I thought it would. I don't know why. Now I feel like I have a ton of foundation on my face, but it's looking much nicer. That is looking really, really nice. I really have no complaints now. I would definitely recommend just using your sponge. I wouldn't waste time just using your brush unless you're going with just a tiny bit of product, because like I said, once you have a full pump on your face, it's gonna look a little bit streaky, so I just don't recommend that. I am also still seeing a tiny bit of redness, not too bad, but again, I have just put almost 2 full pumps, so I don't know how I feel about it. I still have to put concealer, so there is a plus because I feel like with redness, concealer just works a little bit better. But as far as finish, I think it looks really, really nice. There's no texture showing up. I don't see any lines. I'm really liking it. So far, really liking it. For $16, I feel like it's a really nice foundation. So I'm going to be applying a little bit of concealer. I'm going to be using this one by MOIRA Beauty, and this one is in the shade 200 Latte. And then I also have Custard, but I want to try this one to see if it fits my skin a little bit better. This is how the applicator looks. This concealer is vegan and cruelty-free, in case you were wondering. So if that is something you're into, definitely check out this one. It is very full coverage, and I find that it doesn't really crease on me whatsoever. I am definitely liking this shade a lot more than the other one I have, because the other one was very yellow and like very peachy, but it was actually darker than my skin. So I don't know, maybe when I'm tanner I can use that one, but or maybe I can mix them. Blending this in. Alright guys, makeup is all done, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this foundation. I first of all really like the packaging of it. I feel like it's so thin and it's glass and it just looks really, really pretty. I like that it does have a pump as well. I like that also a little bit goes a long way because it's super, super full coverage. My only complaint with it is that if you have a lot of redness, like I said, you're gonna have to work with it a little bit better because it does cover your pimples, it does cover your texture. It is worth feeling a little bit. I feel like it smooths out your skin really well, but it doesn't really cover redness, I don't think, pretty well. I had to go a couple of times just on the same spots right here and over here just to really cover that redness, and I feel like the concealer was what finally did it for me, not really the foundation so much. So I love that it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. You can find this at Ulta. You can also find it in the Pacifica website. This is actually the first Pacifica product that I try, so I'm super impressed with this. I don't know if it's oil-free and anti-shine, but I would really love to test that out as well. And I love the fact that it does come with a lot of product in here. I think it looks really nice on my skin. I don't really have any complaints with it. If I look at it on my mirror over here, because it's really hard to see on my iPhone, I feel like it actually looks really nice. There's not really anything going on that I have any complaints. In the area that it looks a little bit heavy is on my forehead, where I feel like after a while it could look a little bit textury and cakey, but so far it's not really looking like that. I feel like this shade was actually a pretty good match. In the store, like I said, it just looked like it wasn't gonna match me whatsoever because it just looks really warm. And when I first tried, you guys saw it, it looked a lot warmer than my shoulders, and that's something that I always try to match just to my shoulders and my neck, because my face is a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. But I feel like as far after I put everything on and after I set it, after I put the concealer, it kind of like evened everything out, and I think it looks really nice. I'm super impressed with this foundation, but my only complaint was just the redness thing, which is something I can definitely get over. So yeah, super impressed. I guess I'm just gonna have to let you guys know how it wears when I try a little bit more with, you know, different products and everything. I did end up setting it with a compact powder. I didn't really go with a loose powder, so I feel like it was just a soft, you know, set. Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. I really like it. It's super inexpensive, so far I definitely recommend it. Again, this is something that, you know, I have to try a lot more and wear, especially on hot weather, so I can let you guys know if I really like it. But with my first impression, I really have no complaints. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!